Okay, I'm going to start recording right now. So I have quite a bit to go over tonight, so I'm going to move along as quickly as possible. Ultimately, I have a call to action for all of us at the end of this call to actually try out some of the things I'm going to talk about with Instagram today. So if you don't have your phone with you right now, please get that out, because we are going to have to be opening up your Instagram account and also the Crowdfire app account. So really quickly, what I want to go over is a little bit of housekeeping, and that is our Super Saturday, our next one, which is April 2nd. So those of you who are in Kelowna or planning to go to Kelowna, this one is going to be huge. Jordan and I went to the one in Kelowna last time, and it was pretty poor, but it was run by just one girl all on her own, and corporate's now seeing that like Kelowna is a pretty amazing market. So they're flying Melissa McAllister up from Texas. She's a double 15-star diamond. She's in all of Chalene Johnson's videos. She's one of the most successful coaches in Beachbody. So the fact that they're flying her up from Texas to Kelowna is going to be huge. And if you look at the lineup below, there's a lot of other pretty high-profile coaches. So my point with this Super Saturday is this is one to bring people to. So people that you might want to bring into a challenge group, or more importantly, people that you might want to introduce the coaching opportunity to, because this is kind of like a mini summit. It's going to be very well run. It's going to be very professional, and it's going to be very impressive for people. And it's going to be one of those things where it shows Beachbody culture. So instead of just telling people about what our culture is all about, this is a great chance to show it and really showcase what the opportunity and what the team really looks like. So make sure that you get your tickets right away. Eventbrite, you have to pay for yourself. It's usually like $15-20, but you can bring as many guests for free as you want. So put that on your list of things to do really quickly. Make sure you have that day cleared on your calendar. Now, if you're not in Kelowna, I mean, every single other city has one. Edmonton will have one. Calgary will have one. So make sure you do get to this Super Saturday. Next housekeeping item, also on coaching, Christina and I on Thursday night via live YouTube are going to do what is coaching online opportunity call. I've never done one of these before, but this is a great Q&A session for anyone who you're talking to about coaching or you want to introduce to coaching. And of course, they always have 1.5 million questions. Instead of just typing back and forth, why not get them on this call and talk to us directly? So this is going to be going on Thursday night at 9 o'clock Eastern time, so 6 o'clock Pacific time. And what my plan is, as soon as I get off this call, is I have about 17 people who I want to introduce coaching to. This is how I'm going to go about it. I'm going to say to them, I've been thinking about you. You'd be great at this, either because they've been in a challenge group before, or there's someone I'm seeing posting a lot about their health and fitness journey. And I'm going to say, I'm inviting you to this. It's no pressure. It's just a Q&A session, so you can see if this is something you would like to learn more about. So pencil that into your calendar as well for Thursday night. Okay, so Instagram. I am so unbelievably excited for this, and I'm really kicking myself in the ass for not getting on the Instagram train sooner. Tyler messaged me last week and he's like, "Are you on Instagram?" I said, "Yeah, I'm on it. I started an account like last fall, and I honestly didn't get it. I was comfortable with Facebook. I had success with Facebook, so I thought, you know what? I'm not going to spread myself too thin. I'm not going to use it anymore." Well, he's in touch with the girls from Hawaii, their team, and they are absolutely dominating with Instagram. And for myself, the more I hear newer national wake-up calls, and if you didn't listen to the one this morning, Jen Richardson, they are basically building their entire empire on Instagram. Yes, everyone still has Facebook. It's kind of like the mothership. But Instagram is very new to the social media scene, and it's kind of the Wild West, and it's where a lot of people who want to do something a little bit different are flocking to. So Instagram is, I mean, it's the place to be now. Before I was saying, just stick to Facebook and get your feet wet. But honestly, I'm saying that you need to be on Instagram. It is the place to expand your market way more rapidly than you ever could on Facebook. So Tyler and I got to talking. He gave me some links, and I honestly spent the weekend just diving into how awesome Instagram is. So what I want us to do today is go over prepping your account for Facebook, developing your hashtags, and how to start to build relationships on Instagram, because ultimately that is what this business is about. It's the foundation is based on how many solid relationships, how much trust do you have, how many connections you have with people. And Instagram, it's so easy to do. Now, the reason a lot of people are flocking to Instagram versus Facebook is you sometimes run out of your hot and warm market pretty quickly on Facebook if you're going at it every day, talking to 5 new people. Pretty soon you say like, well, shit, I've talked to all my aunts and uncles, I've talked to my 100 people, now what? I'm kind of lost. And on Facebook, you can search, friends of friends who live in Calgary, friends of friends who live in Kelowna. But because they're not connected to you on Facebook, it's sometimes hard because your message won't go into their inbox. It'll go into message requests. So it's a lot slower and a lot more arduous to build a relationship. Whereas on Instagram, you can reach out to anybody. You do not have to be connected. You don't have to be friends with them. And it's not weird on Instagram to randomly message people. People expect it. People get nonstop messages and comments and likes all day long on Instagram. And it's kind of one of those things where you want to see those little hearts light up as much as you want. So people aren't going to be like, well, who's this creeper? You're just randomly messaging me. It's kind of like they do on Facebook. Now, if you're someone who's shy about reaching out to people, Instagram is a little bit more anonymous. And Facebook is one of those things that the biggest objections I get from new coaches is that, well, I don't want to appear salesy. I don't want to be spamming my Facebook page that's filled with like my cousins, my grandma, my friends. I don't want to be pushing this on them. Whereas if you focus more on Instagram, it's expected that you're kind of selling something on Instagram. It's one of those places where you take your niche, whatever you're really interested in, your hobbies, and that's where you really share it and exploit it is on Instagram. Whereas Facebook is a little bit more, for most people, you start off, it's your personal page. It's kind of like your live photo album. It's your updates of what you did on the weekend. Whereas Instagram is a little bit more geared towards business, kind of like your business page in Facebook. So what I want to go over right now is prepping your Instagram account. So can you guys see my phone there? Where the heck did that go? So I want to go over with you a few Instagram accounts that are worth following and some of the things that you need to be doing in the next, probably tonight or in the next day or two, to get your Instagram ready. You guys see that? Let's see here. So can you guys see my phone there? Is that being shared?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Okay, so the first thing I want you guys to do is go to your profile. Now, what I want you to look at first is your profile picture. It needs to be a picture of your smiling face, just you, not you and your kids, not you and your dogs, but just you. And it needs to be an attractive picture because as you're going around Instagram, commenting and messaging, people want to know right away if they want to follow you back, and your picture is going to be the very first thing that they judge you on. So make sure it's a good one. Second thing I want to draw your attention to is your name. Now your name needs to be in capital letters, and you need to put a space in between each letter. So when you're typing it out, it's like M space, L space, and that's just going to make it a lot more visually appealing and easier to read. Next, you're going to want to, and I'm going to redo mine, I don't really like it, but you need to do a quick bio. Now, this is so important because after your picture, when someone goes to your page, this is the first thing they're going to look at to see if, okay, do I want to follow this person? So you have to have you in a nutshell. So having emojicons or emoticons, whatever the hell they're called, is very important. And just keywords that you really want to have people focus in on. So for myself, like I was a former teacher, apprentice plumber, and pipeliner turned virtual fitness coach. So I want people who are interested in reinventing themselves and changing themselves. A few keywords about what you're going to find on this page: fitness, clean eating, and personal growth. Those are the 3 things that I'm going to focus in on posting. Now on Instagram, you don't want to be posting your entire life like you do on Facebook. This isn't a place where you talk to grandma and say, that was a great turkey dinner on Sunday. This is more specific and niche based. And also you want to give them a link to your website. For all of us at this stage in the game, it would be a link to your Facebook page. And if you have a like page, put your like page right there. If you want some ideas, go and check out a shitload of other people's bios and just create your own. So the purpose of Instagram is really to showcase photos. Now your photos need to be super quality. They need to be high resolution. They need to be well lit, and they just need to be aesthetically pleasing. So you're gonna want to go into your phone and make sure you have good photo editing apps. Things like Rona. What else do I have on here? Rona, Fonto. So Fonto is an app where you can just put a quote on a black or white background or whatever color. There's an app called InstaBeauty, so that's going to even out your skin tone and make your pictures. It's going to give you some good filters for your pictures. PicLab, Pick Play Post is one you can also do when you see the pictures that have like someone's like side by side, it's a mirrored picture. You can do that on Pick Play Post, and as well as you're going to want to put videos on your Instagram as well. And the 15 seconds is the max amount of time, and with Pick Play Post you can trim your video down to 15 seconds, and it's perfect for your Instagram. Here, where the hell? Okay. So because Instagram is basically all about pictures, you want to treat it like it's a magazine. So if you think of like Women's Health or Oxygen, for example, it's something that has basically 3 to 4 topics that they publish about. They're not talking about everything under the sun. They're not posting about, cars and farming and ranching. It's specifically about clean eating, relationships, and fitness. So that's what you want to think of when you are creating your own Instagram account. This is my mini magazine of my life. This is a showcase into what coaching life is all about, and a showcase into like what I have to offer as a coach to people. So keep that in mind. Now, in the theme of a magazine, and I've totally messed this up because I just restarted my Instagram account a few days ago, and I slapped together a whole bunch of posts. I was trying to make a so you can see I started here. You did not wake up to me mediocre. I was trying to make a checkered plate kind of theme, and I messed it up along the way. But I will show you someone who's done a good job of that. Okay, get out of here. And that is Trey Bearer. Trey and Tyler have done this, and it's super effective. So you see there, he also has his name in capital and spaced out. But he has he's chosen this theme of having all black on one side, all white on the other side, and his color pictures on one side. I've seen some people who intermix them, so black, white, color, whatever you want to do, play around with it. But that's a really effective way of putting your Instagram together. And this is impressive too. When someone comes to your page, like, whoa, this is impressive. This is creative, and they're more likely going to want to follow you. So another person I want to draw your attention to, and she was the inspiration for this call. Her name is Elise Hubbard. She's from Hawaii, and she's a 6-star diamond, and she has built her entire business on Instagram. So she's one of these new up-and-coming coaches who's really embraced Instagram. And so what her thing is that she wants to make her Instagram basically like an ongoing live sneak peek into what coaching life is all about. So when you look at each of her posts, it's not just a picture. There's a caption with it, and she's talking about, what her clean eating is all about. She's talking about her challenge groups, her invites into coach sneak peeks, and she's battling objections in her posts. So if someone's like, I don't really have time for this coaching thing, I don't think it's for me, in her next post, she's going to talk about how she's a busy mom. She's 3 weeks almost due to give birth, and how she still finds a time because this is important to her. So ultimately, she's a great person to follow in that aspect. Another person I want you should look at is Chelsea Blush. And she's another one of these new coaches who's built her business on Instagram. And she's done a great job. She kind of stopped it this last little while, but she's done a great job of doing the magazine effect. I'll scroll down here. And by that I mean like the black, the white. See here how she was doing that? She was intermixing the white with her pictures. And I mean, it looks really good. It's very attractive. And if you scroll down a little bit further, she was doing it with some turquoise as well. So she is definitely a person worth following. I also want to take you to Amy Silverman. I think she's number 2 in the company. And her secret to Instagram was she doesn't follow a lot of Beachbody coaches. She follows a lot of other popular Instagram accounts that have nothing to do with health and fitness. And she really models her Instagram after them. But what I specifically want you to see with her is she's doing a challenge group invite right here. So it's just a picture of her in her bathroom, all messy. She's got her abs showing. And what she says here is really important. She's talking about the nutrition program. She's not saying the 21-day fix at all. She's talking about the her abs and how she's tried paleo, she's tried all these different diets, but it's these portion control containers that have really helped her out. And at the end of it, she has a call to action for one of her up-and-coming challenge group ads. So it's not a sales ad. It's not a picture of the 21-day fix. It's not her holding up a sign, hey, join this challenge group. It's a really attractive picture with her, and people are like, oh, that looks awesome. And they naturally want to go ahead and keep reading. So one last person I want to show you is Anita Myron. Obviously the top quote, not Anita Myron, sorry, Melanie Mitro. Melanie Mitro is really great at creating attractive pictures, and she's really great at creating these great pictures with font on them. And you got to be careful that you don't make them cluttered and hard to read and messy. She does such a great job of balancing things out, and I know she used Rona Designs a lot for hers. So anytime I'm kind of struggling for some inspiration, I go to Melanie Mitro's, her Instagram. So what I want to go over now are hashtags. So hashtags are obviously the way that you connect with other people on Instagram. So you have to be putting hashtags on everything you do. So specifically what I learned today from Melissa Shoemaker, she's in the top 10. She said to make 2 sets of hashtags. So what you're going to want to do is in your phone, come up with first a set of 30, because you're allowed to use up to 30 hashtags that are kind of generic. So you're going to want to do things like fit girl, gym doll, beast mode, lifts heavy, kind of all those typical ones that we see people who post about health and fitness tend to use. Then you're going to want to create a second group of 30 hashtags that are very specific, that have nothing to do with health and fitness. So I need you to get really clear about what sort of people do you want to attract to your business. So not just moms, like that's too broad. Maybe you want to attract moms that used to be into dance, or maybe they used to be into soccer, and now they're really into like gardening and, I don't know, paleo diet. Like really create a specific person that you're targeting towards, and then create hashtags towards that. So like maybe dance mom, or paleo mom, or maybe you're someone who's really into like camping and RVing. Think of hashtags outside of the box. Now, the reason being is you don't want to use fitness hashtags for your next set, is because you're going to first just attract other Beachbody coaches, which is what you don't want in your business. But you want to create generic ones, because these are people who aren't already on their health and fitness journey, and that's not what they're looking for right now. They're not going to be searching up pictures with hashtag clean eats, because they don't know what clean eating is yet. That's your job to bring that into their life. So when you post a picture, in the comments, so you've uploaded your picture, you've pressed post, underneath the comments, you're going to copy and paste your first set of hashtags. So these are your generic ones like Fit Boss, Body Beast, not Body Beast because that would attract other Beachbody users. So don't use anything like Shakeology or 21 Day Fix at all, because you're just going to attract a slew of Beachbody coaches. But just generic clean eating and fitness type posts. So you post those into your comment section. Then 2 minutes later, so you're going to wait, 2 minutes later, you're going to erase all those comments. Then you're in the same comment section going to copy and paste your second hashtags. Now those are the ones you've come up with that are really specific. So those are like your dance mom, or maybe you're into dirt bikes or camping, whatever your specifics that you're into. Then you're going to post those in the comments. So the reason being is that once you've posted your original generic ones, those are going to be on Instagram forever. Those are already now filtering through. So if someone is looking for fit mom, your picture is going to be in Instagram. But the thing is, you don't want just all the fit moms, because they're probably already on their journey or already a coach. You want to now get your picture into more news feeds in terms of the generic ones, the people who aren't already on their health and fitness journey. So that was something new I learned today, and it's going to completely change your exposure level. So sit down and create your 2 sets of 30 hashtags and save those in your phone. So next thing I want to talk about is developing the relationships. Now this is the most important part about all of this, because you're going to find, and I've already had it on Instagram, people don't know you're a coach, and they're not even taking the time to look at your page, and they're just spamming you with, hey, I have a challenge group coming up, do you want to join? And it's so tacky, it's so salesy, it's so icky. So you don't want to be that person. You want to be the person who invests time every single day to building at least 5 relationships a day. That should be your goal. And on Facebook, it takes time. On Instagram, there's no excuse. It takes literally, you can do this in 25 minutes every single day. And if you can put aside 25 minutes to going on Instagram and starting 5 new relationships, this is going to change your business. So what I want to go over right now are the different ways to do that. So go back to my phone here. What the heck? Oh, I don't want that. Sorry. Sorry, that was just going into my messenger. Go back to my Instagram here. So there's basically 4 different ways that you can create you can create relationships with people on Instagram. So really, you're going to start to find out what's most effective, where you're most comfortable. But every single day, I've been, in the last 2 days, I've been trying to touch all 4 of these methods. So the first method to reach out to a person would be people who have liked your posts. So obviously you just go to the heart button there, and you're going to want to go through everyone in the last day, and you're really going to want to keep up with this at least once a day, because you're going to get overwhelmed by the amount of people who've liked your stuff, and it's going to, you're not going to catch up. So go through everyone who's liked your post, and first click on them and see if they're not already a Beachbody coach or they're selling It Works Wraps or Plexus. You're not going to waste your time developing a relationship with them. The next, you know what, guys? I'm going to actually, before I do that, I'm going to show you some of the scripts. So before I show you the methods, I'll show you some of the scripts. So I uploaded these into our Uplift page. Now this comes from Elise Hubbard. She shared this on a team call, and I copied and pasted the scripts. This is what she uses, and she has these in the notes in her phone. This is what she uses, when she is meeting someone for the first time on Instagram. So I won't go over all of them, but what you should do is download these to your own computer and change them up a bit, spell check it, and make it your own. But these are some really easy ways, really easy and casual ways to start a conversation. So the 3-2-1 approach is how I want you to do this. So find someone's page. You're going to like 3 of their posts, comment thoughtfully on 2 of their posts, and then send a message. So that's the one, send a message. So here's an example there. She says, "Hey girl, just wanted to stop by and say thank you so much for the support on my account and journey. I saw you liked my video. Are you also on a journey of your own?" So what she does is she always starts off with a thank you. Like, thank you for liking me. Thank you for following me. Then she adds in something about their page, so people know that like you've actually taken an interest and reciprocated and liked some of their stuff, and then ends it with a question. So this is so important. You always have to end your message with a question, or else it'll just go dead. So take some time, go through that. Now what I want to show you right now is an example of some of the messages I've had with people lately. So when you go to your home button here, a lot of people don't know this, but the mailbox is where you can direct message people. So here's an example. I found this girl, I did a hashtag stepmom, and this girl came up and she had a blog on, or there was a link to her blog on how she was handling being a stepmom and how she was a farmer. So I just said, "Hey there, love your page. You are totally original. Did you do 4-H as a kid?" So leaving that open, it was just a few hours ago. This guy here, Fit Guy Fuel. I was looking up some personal development books, and he liked one of Darren Hardy's books. So I liked 3 of his pages, I liked 3 of his posts. I commented thoughtfully on 2 of them, and then I sent him this message. "Hey, love your page. I see that you like Darren Hardy too. Do you subscribe to his magazine Success? Changed my life. How long have you been coaching?" He's not a Beachbody coach. He's a personal life coach. So he would be someone who'd be totally a great segue into becoming a Beachbody coach. I'll show you some examples of ones that I've had people respond to me. So this Nicole Wong. She is into fitness. That's what I say to her. I said, "Hey Nicole, just had to say I love your page. It's not often you see someone who is as unique and funny as you are in the industry. How long have you been doing this?" And she responds back, and she obviously is someone who's engaging. She asked me a question, and I still have to respond to her. So I'm going to keep a relationship going with her for the next little while. And eventually, I'm going to segue into, would you consider being a coach? And the business opportunity call that I have coming up on Thursday would be a perfect way to do that. I'll show you one more here. Sorry, my computer's going slow. Okay, you get the idea. So ultimately, you want to have 5 messages started every single day. So the way to do that, first of all, is to go, like I said before, is go to the people who have liked your stuff already and go to their page, start a conversation with them. The second way you can find people to start a conversation with is the explore page. So if you look at the magnifying glass at the bottom of your Instagram, Instagram puts a compilation of people together that they think you would have something in common with. Now, a lot of it is people who already are Beachbody coaches, so you do have to do a little bit of looking, but just at a glance, look at some of these pictures, and would this be someone who I would want to follow? So this girl here, okay, she's got some transformation pictures. Let's check her out. Okay, let's check out her page. Certified personal trainer, fitness. Okay, and I'm gonna look down, and okay, she's not a Beachbody coach. So this is where I'm gonna go into, okay, I'm gonna like 3 of her things, comment, send her a message. So the explore page, it's a really quick and easy way to start some conversations. The next one is you can explore hashtags. So say I want to do like hashtag country music. That's what I'm into, country music. Then it's going to pull up other accounts that have country music in them. So for example, country music lovers. This isn't a person's page. This is kind of like a general account. I'm still going to go in there. And I'm going to look at all of the people who are liking and commenting on certain posts that I like. Okay, so let's choose this one. Okay, I love Eric Church. So whoever is on this is obviously going to have something in common with me. So I'm going to click on the 43 likes. And I'm going to go through these people here. And just by looking at their picture, I'm going to see if I want to follow them. And then, of course, reach out to them. So right there, you know that you're finding someone who has something in common with you. And it's an easy way to start a conversation. You could say something like, hey, I saw that you like the Eric Church post. Did you know that he's coming to this town and he's starting a new tour? Have you been there? What's your favorite song? I mean, there's a million ways you can start a conversation, and it's not going to be random. Okay, so searching a hashtag. Now the last way is this app called Crowdfire. So if you have it on your phone, get that out. And it's a free app. And this is another tool to find more followers. So what you're going to do here is go on the side. Now it'll tell you things like who's following you, who unfollowed you, who's your friend, who are your admirers. Don't worry about any of that. And honestly, you'll just crush yourself and feel like, oh my God, 3 people unfollowed me today. Like, don't worry about that. The only thing I want you to worry about with Crowdfire is copy followers. So go to copy followers. And this is where you can search something specific to you. Like say you're into motocross racing or dirt biking, or you're into coaching football. This is where you can put that hashtag in there, and you can find people who follow those sorts of accounts. So let me see here. I really like Miranda Lambert. So I'm going to search people who like Miranda Lambert. Okay, so let's look at this page right here. So it's going to show me all of the people that follow this account. So what you're going to do is, okay, you looked at it, okay, I like this account. Then you're going to, sorry, did you guys see that? you're going to go on the right hand side there and you see this blue icon. You're going to click on that and that's going to retrieve all of this account's followers. And then really quickly just go through and tap on the green buttons. Now you can just sit there and click all of them if you want. I like to be a little bit more selective, but you can do 65 at a time. And you can do 65 an hour. Once you've tapped out your 65, you have to wait another hour. But you're going to now be following all of these people. Now, the idea behind this is that once you start following them, they're going to get a notification that they're following you. They're going to now go to your page, and if you have something in common with them, they're most likely going to follow you back. So now you have basically increased your following list, and you've increased all the people that you now can reach out to and start a conversation and build a relationship with. Okay, so it's basically like handing out your business card. It's like going to a party and like just handing out your business card to everyone and being like, here I am, this is what I have to offer, take it or leave it. So you're allowed to follow 7,500 people on Instagram, and then it taps out. So what you want to do once in a while is to go to non-followers. So these are the people that you're following but didn't follow you back. So you can just then go erase them all. But I wouldn't do this every day because some people aren't on Instagram every day. Maybe give us every week or so, whatever. And you can just simply unfollow them, and it'll give you more room to follow other people. Okay, so what I wanted us to do now is for all of us to actually go into our Instagram and try this, because I know, especially from teaching, that if you don't actually apply what you've learned right away, you don't ever actually learn it as well as you could, and your likelihood of actually putting it into action later isn't as effective. So I'll put 2 minutes on the clock right now. So if you could all go into your phone, go into your Instagram, and with one of these 4 ways, go in and start a conversation with someone doing the 3-2-1 approach. So first go in and like 3 of their posts, comment on 2 of them, and start a conversation. So you can go into people who've liked your posts, you can go onto the Explore page, you can type in some hashtags, or you can go ahead and try the Crowdfire app. So if we could all try that in the next 2 minutes, and then we can talk about like what sort of people you found, what sort of hashtags which sort of hashtags you used, and which ones you found were effective. Okay, so I'll start the clock now. Okay, so did everyone find a person to reach out to and talk to? So that's all right if you're still looking. It does take a little bit of practice. You will get faster at it. But if you can allot 2 to 5 minutes per person and you do that for 5 people a day, it's going to be a little bit at a time, but over a month, think about how huge you're following, how many new contacts you are going to have just by following that formula. So the excuse that, you know, Facebook's dried up, I'm having a hard time connecting with people, I'm finding it's really hard to get like-minded people, that excuse is no longer acceptable anymore because we have Instagram and we can so specifically find people with hashtags. So my call to action for you guys is to continue on with this. First of all, go back into your account, prep your account, make sure you have a good picture in there, you've put together your name in terms of spacing it correctly, you have a great little introduction bio, and you've gone through and you've made sure that your pictures are basically Instagram worthy. Now you can actually go back and erase pictures. So I'm going to do that personally when I'm done. And I'll just go back to my Instagram here right now. I have a lot of pictures in here that aren't good enough. And that's, you know what, that's okay. I was learning. I'm going to go through and erase them. So I'm going to go through some of my old ones. And if they're dark like this one, a little bit dark, it's not something that people are going to like. Same with this picture here. It doesn't show much. This video is a good video, but it wasn't lit up very well. I'm going to take that out. Whereas a picture like this one, it's bright, my face is smiling, it's showing something. I will keep that sort of picture. So go through and clean up your Instagram. And one last thing I wanted to go over, and this is really, really cool, and this is another reason I love Instagram, is you can recycle pictures. So say you had a picture and you got a ton of likes on it, not that this one did, but say you got a ton of likes on it and it was really good. Or you had one that was a call to action post, and you really put a lot of time and effort into it. Maybe it was like a challenge group invite post. You can reuse those. So all you need to do is go into your comments, erase your old hashtags, put some new hashtags in there, and it's going to upload back into your Instagram. And no one's going to know that you reused that post. And the thing about Instagram is no one's going to know if you didn't post in the last 2 days. Kind of like they do with Facebook. They're not going to know that you're not being consistent because there's so many followers that you are eventually going to have. They're not going to know the difference. So by all means, recycle on Instagram. That's totally okay. And what was one more thing I wanted to say? Oh, at the end of the day, just like Facebook, if you are not tracking this, there is no point to this. So you want to incorporate this into your streak. So you're going to want to create a new pipeline, call it Instagram, and I just put this together today. I don't have anyone in there, but I'm going to have this open while I'm working, and people who I find on Instagram that are of interest to me that I want to connect with later that maybe I don't have time to go through the process of like, comment, and messaging them. I'm going to put their exact name into my people of interest so that when I have some time, I can go back through and then say, okay, I'm going to go to their page. Now I'm going to message them. And as I'm messaging them, building a relationship, just like I am on Facebook, I can put them into either the invited to a challenge or invited to the coaching opportunity. So that's the last key. That's the clinching part of the puzzle. You have to make sure you are tracking this. And I think Instagram more than Facebook will get overwhelming just because there's so many more people on there that you have a chance to talk to. So that is all I have to say on Instagram. Does anyone have any questions specifically for me on Instagram so far? Or things you've run into, things that have worked for you? No? Okay, well, are you going to say something there, Jen?
No, sorry, just at the end of what you're saying, Jordan's phone fell onto the oven while he was cooking while watching the call, so he had a little emergency. Sorry, I missed the end of what you were saying there. So, But I feel like I've gotten a lot out of today's call, so thank you.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, and I recorded it, and you could go back to it. My computer's about to die. I'm stupid, and I didn't bring my charger up here. So yeah, again, this is the Super Saturday. Make sure you get your tickets for that and the business opportunity call. Get some people invited to that one as well. And happy Instagramming. I'm really excited to hear next week how you guys have done with it.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye, guys.